Who are you? Can you use my device to say your name? I have a device that you can select words. The last word I got was mama. Were you killed here and you lost your way? So are you here now? Look, and the castle is just right up there. Good morning there, paranormal travelers. This morning, I'm at a pretty famous, amazing, and beautiful location. However, it's also filled with tragedy and unreal or unbelievable paranormal activity. It is Burg Eltz, or rather Castle Eltz, in Germany. This castle has been owned famously by the same family for 850 years. It dates even further back, I believe all the way back to 950. So I'm a little distracted at this moment where I just walked to because I'm standing at a really dangerous spot here, and I'm going to show it to you. And I want to tell you a little bit about where I'm walking. I parked in a parking lot back there, a little further away. I tried to park a little further away from the castle because the trails leading to the castles, including the roads, and here the parking spot, are also filled with paranormal activity. And they're safe, but they're dangerous. Okay, and I'm going to show you why. I mean, there's a safe parking lot, but it's also very dangerous. That sounds odd, but when I show it to you, it's going to make sense. So what has happened? Whoa, a bird just like flew right in front of me. A black bird, almost like a black cat, but it was a bird. Whew, I'm nervous this morning. I don't know why. Maybe because of where I'm standing. So where I'm standing right now is where a wagon filled with 17 people being driven by a tractor went down the hill, and 17 people were injured, but 2 of those 17 people died. It was a horrible accident. And then in the same spot, a Mercedes A-Class also went down the same slope years later. Thankfully, the driver was not inside. So what they determined about that is that the car was not in gear and that the parking brake was not engaged. And why wouldn't you have it in gear? That doesn't make too much sense to me. And I think actually the driver was confused about it as well. But I don't want to speculate too much about that because I don't want to put words in someone else's mouth. But I can tell you from my experience, that's really unusual. So let me show you where I am right now. Okay, so speaking of which, that's not my car, but that is a Mercedes A-Class. So any foreshadowing here? I don't know. So if you look here, this is parking for the castle. I'm very early in the morning, before the hikers, before the bike riders, before anyone's here. And I just want to show you the parking place to begin with, because this is where the wagon went down. The tractor with 17 people. Now it went all the way down. You cannot see quite all the way, but before we even walk a little further, I want to show you this sign. It even has this sign telling you to be careful, turn on the handbrake, and if not, your car can go over the edge, which has happened. So as you see here, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up all that well, but it really goes down there. And it slopes and slopes. Oh, what was that? That was a weird sound. I'm going to talk about that in a moment too. So as you can see, so This is pretty treacherous, pretty dangerous. 2 people died here, and actually a 3rd person died. I'll get to that in just a moment. And the Mercedes went down as well. Wow. Okay, so these trails are known to be dangerous. They're known to be filled with paranormal activity. There are frequent sightings of transparent figures walking along these trails. Sounds, weird feelings, weird vibes are frequently reported. They've been reported here for centuries. And tragic occurrences. I just explained too. Well, what I didn't know is just last week there was another tragic occurrence on this trail. Someone riding her e-bike to the castle went over the edge. Right. She went over the edge and she was killed. I don't know if she lost control of the bike. They say no third party were involved. What they mean by that is it was an accident all to her own. There was no nothing nefarious. There was no one else involved. It was her and her alone. That's what they mean by that. Pretty wicked. But that's not the only death on those trails. But those are recent deaths. There are accidents on this slope dating back centuries. And I'm going to show you I already have chills. I don't know if I have chills because it's just an amazing location and I'm so happy to be here, or I have chills because of the hauntings, and maybe there's something with me right now. I just feel like something just passed right through me. What I didn't realize while I was filming the parking lot and the slope here is I got the word deep on the word detector. So what that means is I have a word app that in theory allows entities to select words. In my experience, the app that I use has been extremely accurate at the locations I've been to. Now, I realize a lot of people don't believe in those apps and they don't believe they're accurate and things like that. That's okay. Believe what you will. I accept that. But for me and my experiences with this particular app, I've been nothing less than amazed. So there are trails just going off in different directions here in the forest. And I haven't seen another sign since I entered the forest. I got the word group. So I haven't seen another sign since we entered in the forest. So I hope I'm going in the right direction. Think so. So what have I... Okay, the haunted forest. The dense forest surrounding Eltz Castle adds to the eerie atmosphere and is steeped in its own legends. Well, I can confirm it is eerie and creepy. So, the lost souls. The forest is said to be home to the spirits of those who perished in battles or met untimely deaths in the area. These souls are lost and believed to wander the woods, occasionally seen by travelers as ghostly figures or sensed as an unsettling presence. And I have to be honest with you, walking through here, you really do get an unsettling feeling. It is creepy. Now, I imagine when it's high season and there's a lot of tourists, this might not seem as creepy because I've been here in the past where there's a lot of people on the trail. Another actually very frequent ghost story about this forest, it's called the Whispering Forest. It's the Eltz Forest, but it's also called the Whispering Forest. And the reason why it's called the Whispering Forest is because that travelers and people walking through the forest hear someone whispering, and in some cases they feel like somebody is actually talking to them. So you'd be walking through the forest and you might hear your own name or someone else's name. So if you're walking through here and you hear something, it may be the druids that once lived here. That is who, or rather what legend says. Legend says that it's the druids. Let's take a moment and be quiet and see if we hear any whispering. It has a mystic feel to it and look to it, doesn't it? I mean, wow. So I didn't hear any whispering, at least not yet, but you never know. It's just, actually, I just did hear something strange. It's just, it's just, not sure what that was. Oh, wow. Now I'm getting to the scary part. It's extremely dangerous where I'm walking now, and a misstep could be the end. Now, if you've got your wits about you and you're a good hiker, not too much to worry about. If you have panic attacks because of heights, you might want to be worried about this. And if you have small children with you, hold their hands. So now I'm going to show you where I am. There is a cliff to the right here, and you can hear the river down below. Oh, goodness gracious. We can't even see the castle yet, but the forest of the druids here. Look at this. Look how, oh man, am I an idiot? I just got a little too close. Okay. I mean, how incredible is that sight? Wow. I tell you, I've been to some incredible castles, but this path I'm on right now is pretty incredible. I walked this path because I wanted to show it to you, but I do have a heights problem, and it is scary. So it's my hope that I make it to the castle walking in this direction. But I gotta tell you, I have goosebumps, I have chills. And I don't know if it's because I'm just excited to be here, which I am, or if it's the mystique and the feeling of this forest, which it is, or if it's the spirits that are said to walk this exact trail of those who have perished down the cliff and down the slopes here of, oh my goodness, of the forest of Eltz. Oh, I gotta show this to you. Look at that. So if you don't have heights problems, this path is probably not a big deal to you. But if you do have heights problems, this is probably not the path you want to take. Wow. Okay, I just heard something to my left here. Don't know what it was. It sounded like a, I have to say it, just did sound like a chant. Honest to goodness, right behind me to my left here. I could have sworn I heard a chant. It was like a, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm gonna have to really review this video to see if I captured that. I hope so. Wow, how incredible. And we're not even at the castle yet. Oh my God, there's a fox. There was a fox right in front of me on the path. It looked at me, it stared at me, and then it ran off. I hope I got it on video. It was literally a fox. I hope it wasn't a wolf, but I'm pretty sure it was a fox. Oh wow, I'm really gonna have to watch that video back to see if I got it. And look, this is, man, wow. Let me see if he's still on this path when I turn this corner, or if he's gone. Oh, what a shame he's gone. He must have went up there. Oh man, I hope I got that on video. That's actually pretty cool. Oh my God. Look at this. There she is. Berg Eltz. Wow. How incredible. Now I literally have goosebumps. I mean, seriously, just look at that. How incredible. I'm here, Castle Eltz. Wow. I have goosebumps right now standing here. And to think that this has been here 1,000 years, 850 of those in the same family. That there has been where the bridge goes across, there was knights, damsels in distress, literally from history. So much crisis, so much tragedy, but also at the same time, so much goodness, because you think 850 years, and that particular feud only lasted 5 years. So out of 850 years, 5 years of war and a few other years here and there, not bad. And for the castle to have survived all of that, which one of the very few castles in all of Germany to survive that long and in this condition, is just absolutely incredible. So with that, we come to the Lady in White, the one ghost story that everybody who is familiar with this castle knows. And that is, and this Lady in White happens to be based on an actual person. Her name was Agnes. She was the daughter of the Count at a particular time in history, hundreds of years ago. And what happened is she was betrothed, an arranged marriage. She was betrothed to a knight from another kingdom. And he came here one night to meet her and dance with her. She was not impressed with him. She did not like him from first sight, and with good reason. I'll explain. So she said no, she would not dance with him. And he got really upset and tried to force himself on her, and she slapped him, according to one of the stories. So she slapped him, and he was so angry that he left. And for months and months thereafter, the knights of the castle, the family of the castle, they were prepared for him to attack and come back and try to forcibly take her. Well, he never came back for months. he never showed back up. So they let down their guard. And then one day, most of the nights, the guards, the family, the men, they went out on a hunt. It was during this hunt, or this outing, that the night came and he attacked the castle, killing several of the guards and gaining entry. Agnes wanted to assist. Oh, I just got the word leave, I think. I did get the word leave. Maybe the knight is listening to me telling the story. His apparition is said to be seen on this path, right where I'm standing in front of the castle. So, Agnes, dressed in armor to also help the battle, to save her castle. Just got the word run. My goodness, now I'm getting a little bit nervous. Well, look where I'm standing. This is not good words to get when you're standing at the edge of a cliff. So Agnes dressed in armor from her brother and went to help in the battle to stave off this knight. And he was there to capture her. Well, he confronted this knight dressed in amazing armor of her brother's, apparently, and thought she must have been a great knight, although rather small. Either way, that didn't matter. So he attacked this knight and stabbed it right through the breastplate, killing the knight instantly. He removed the helmet and saw that it was his betrothed. It was Agnes. And in absolute chaos and rage, he screamed, he left the castle, and he was never ever to be seen or heard from again by anyone. So did he come this way and jump off the cliff and kill himself for killing his betrothed? Because regardless of what you think about him, he did love Agnes. He wanted her. And once she was dead, in his mind, it seemed, he had no reason to continue living. It is said that Agnes is the lady in white who haunts this castle and the surrounding area, especially in front of the bridge there to the entrance of the castle. And he also haunts this castle here on the outside along the cliff and the beginning of the castle. So, but as far as the knights haunting, so many knights have died here in battle in the sieges that it's hard to say who those knights are. But Agnes, the sad story about Agnes, is a true story. I don't know if the story is as accurate as I told it or if it happened in a different way. But what I do know is that he killed his betrothed and she died, and then he left, never to be seen again. And I really need to pay attention to where I'm walking. I just walked here and felt this slope, and that would not be a good place. So I'm getting so caught up in the story that I'm not paying attention to where I'm walking, and I really need to pay attention to where I'm walking. Wow, this castle's so amazing. So amazing. The river Eltz goes all the way around the castle to the other side. Now, centuries ago, behind the castle from here, and I'm assuming down here as well, there was a village, and all of the servants and people that worked in the castle and the knights, and they all lived in the villages. Now, of course, many of the knights also lived in the castle itself, but there was a substantial village. But the village has been gone now for, I believe, 200 years. I don't have the exact date on that. And that could also provide the hauntings, because the village was there for hundreds of years. So you have to think they had their own cemetery. They had their own tragedies, especially during sieges. During sieges, the village was usually the most vulnerable aspect of the castle and ripe for attack. So, wow. So you can just imagine how many lost souls must be here. Here we are, folks. We are at the entrance of Burg Eltz. And look at this. I am here in front of Castle Eltz all to myself. Look at this. Me and, I guess, the ghosts. How incredible is that? Okay, so I have a really weird vibe. So as I was walking down here myself, I got the word soldier and I got the word hunter. One of the paranormal stories, ghost stories of the area is that about a hunter and soldiers, knights, and right on this bridge right here where the siege was, there were countless losses of life, sadly. And being here this morning before it's open, I had the eerie feeling like there's no one around. I'm even wondering at this moment if it's even going to open up, because I don't see anybody on the castle grounds over there. No one on the hill. There's not even another hiker or... I can't talk. You can't talk. Why would I get like that many words in a row? I got the words, I can't talk. Why can't you talk? That was really strange. I hadn't got multiple words this entire time until I'm on this bridge. Oh my God, I've just got so many chills. I have to show you. I have to focus on. Now, one of the cool things about the castle today, if you come and visit, it does have its own restaurant. So, wow, it's like a really creepy feeling here at the moment. Being here alone, just looking. But I do want to go. Oh wow, look at that. What is that? There's like a circle over there in the bushes, like a ring of some sort. Wow, no wonder this forest has such a mystic feel and view. How incredible. So here we go. I'm heading up to the door. This is where Agnes is most frequently seen by people hiking, and I wonder if anybody's ever got a photograph. Now I got some hits, so I'm gonna turn on the EMF. Oh, I am getting hits on the EMF already. Wow.
Satanic.
No way did I just got the word satanic. I don't like that. It's never good when I get that word. And there's nothing. Oh my God. Look at that. There's like strong EMF out here on this bridge. Wow.
Lord.
Forward. Oh my God, do you want to lead me over the edge? Wow, just look below there. There's nothing below this EMF, and it is just really, really active. Right here on the bridge that's supposed to be one of the most haunted hotspots in all of Germany is on this bridge. So it's no surprise to me that I'm getting EMF activity here. Oh, there's a dog.
Protect.
I just got the word protect. I hope it doesn't bother me. The good thing about being early this morning is that one of the things I wanted to do was go to the area where the village had been and see if I can detect anything. Already we saw on the bridge, and I imagine back in time that must have been a drawbridge, and now it's paved over, but I don't know when in history they made the cobblestone bridge. Maybe it always was there, I don't know, but I think at one time it was a drawbridge, and it had to be, I think, because of the siege. Otherwise it would have been much easier for those attacking the castle to get close up to it. Whoa, it's a heck of a walk down. Well, they have a nice little bench out here if you want to relax and just enjoy the small river here. Now, what I like about where I am right now is this bridge is really historic. This would cross over into the forest, and it's been here also for centuries. And you can see there's steps that from the original foundation of this bridge right there, that you could walk down into the middle onto this little island. So imagine how long this little island must have been here. Now, it is said on this bridge, a monk in a gray tunic is frequently seen right here in this area and on the other side of the bridge. So what I would like to do is, this is where I would like to see if I can get some REM pod activity. So I've set up the REM pod here. As I was saying before, oh, REM pod was just going off already. Basically, that antenna is a proximity sensor for energy. Like if I go up to it and touch the antenna, it will do that. So you're here with me right now. I'm going to turn the EMF detector on as well. Oh wow. And the EMF is also getting activity. So this bridge right here is known for a monk in a gray tunic who wears the tunic below his eye level.
Ditch.
So, ditch. So, oh, there it is right now. And I had an EMF hit at the same time. I'm going to get a little bit closer. I like it, the word mama. So, like I said, there was a village out here, and getting the word mama. Okay, for those of you, oh, and the temperature is going down. That is also one of the claims. It gets colder, and I do feel colder. It's a blue light. I don't know whether the camera can pick it up, but it was alerting. And that means the temperature is going down. Wow. And again, I hear a male's voice. Oh! I thought somebody was right behind me, like just walked up on me, but there's nobody there. Oh, and now the EMF. I mean the REM pod. I can't even think straight. Sometimes you come to these spots and you don't expect what's about to happen, if anything. And oh, now the EMF as well, and the temperature. That's not me. I'm not even close enough to that to. What the hell? Okay, I'm getting a really bad feeling about this. I don't even like that. That's highly unusual. Oh, thank you. Whoa, what is going on? You're here with me, aren't you? I can sense there is something or someone here. I do not know if it's the monk. I'll walk past it, look down the river. Oh, and there it goes. I'm on the other side of it now. Who are you? Can you use my device to say your name? I have a device that you can select words. The last word I got was mama. Were you killed here and you lost your way? How tragic that sounds. I was just getting EMF hits here on the other side as well. Okay, it went green, it's gone. Holy schmolies. I got a word at the same time. It does not like me here in the middle. Look at me. No way did it. So the word I got was divided. Not sure why. So are you here now? Look, and the castle is just right up there. So all the people that lived here and supported the castle. Oh, I said that. So were you a servant of the castle? Is that who you are? It's going on as I ask that question. So you were a servant of the castle. If you were a servant of the castle, could you back away from there and stop touching it, please?
Tomorrow.
Oh shit, I just jumped. It said tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow? So that's getting a double alert. There's something else. I've never heard that before. What is that? Wow, it's not stopping. Oh, and I'm getting like strong EMF now too. Okay, there's definitely something paranormal going on this bridge right now. Okay, I don't know what that, I'm gonna turn that off for a moment. That's me. Okay, that's pretty incredible. EMF, I mean, I've gone to so many places where the RIM pod will do absolutely nothing. I mean, okay, I usually show on the videos where there's activity, but I can't tell you how many countless hours I've used the EMF or the RIM pod and have gotten absolutely nothing. So it's really interesting that I just walk on this bridge that is reputed to be so haunted, especially by that monk in a gray tunic, and to just right away start getting different types of activity, from the EMF to the temperature and to the proximity detector. That's just all really, wow. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow, that's a creepy looking path. That is the bridge that I just crossed with all the activity. Every castle needs a round table. What you see down there, those balls, those are from the siege from 1331 to 1336. Those are actual siege balls that they used in that time. And they weren't launched with cannons, they were launched with other devices. So they still have them. They found them here, some in the walls, some on the property surrounding the castle, and they've made a little pile right inside. All right then, so paranormal travelers, thanks for joining me this morning, this wonderful haunting Sunday morning here at Berg Eltz. I had a pretty good experience, a unique walk to the castle. I'm walking back the way I came, and it was really incredible, especially on the bridge. I had an experience there. I was able to document some paranormal activity with the Rim Pod. That was pretty amazing. And so I'm heading back to the car. It's open for everyone to visit right now. When I came here earlier, it was before it was open, before anyone had showed up. Now the interior is filled with tourists. I unfortunately am not allowed to film the guided tour which goes through the rooms. I wanted to see the Countess room that is claimed to be the most haunted room in the castle, but unfortunately, since I can't film it for you, I didn't go on the guided tour. I did the guided tour several years ago. So that is supposed to be the most haunted room. There is also claimed that there is a room, and it's been claimed for hundreds of years, that there is a room in the interior of the castle somewhere. It's called an enchanted room. And what that means is the room, if you go into the room, you could disappear and be transported to another dimension or another realm. And that is an actual legend of this castle. Look it up. Seriously though. So the reason why, or how that legend came into being, was because often here, when the village was here, like below, when there was a village and lots of nights, unfortunately, the villagers went missing. People went missing, even from the castle itself. People went missing. So they came up with this story about the enchanted room. Maybe there really is a room that's enchanted in there that transports people to another realm. I don't know. But that people went missing is a fact. And it happened frequently. But you have to think, in the Middle Ages, survival out here, a lot of people didn't live to be a ripe old age, especially the servants and those who lived out here. It wasn't like a hospital or anything like that, or it was a hard life. Okay, so subscribe so you don't miss my next haunted adventure, my paranormal travel, and like this video and share it if you would, please. I'd appreciate that. How amazing is that view? One last view. How amazing is that? Thanks for joining me.